Some of you guys are like in your 40s and thinking, it's over. Some of you guys in your 50s are thinking like, well, but I got this, you know, my back and my feet and my back. That is a testimony to you are not done. You are probably never done. Charlie Munger worked until pretty much the day he died. Warren Buffett is going to work probably until the day that he dies. These are some of the philosophies that have kept them going and have allowed them to stay true to their philosophy and allowed them to be as successful as they have been over the years as real estate, and not just, they do invest in real estate. You know what asset class that they are heavily involved in? They are very involved in mobile homes. Why do you think that is? I mean, is there any more affordable housing? There's no new affordable housing except for mobile homes, right? So Charlie Munger passed away about this time last year. At the time of his passing, at a $2.7 billion net worth, okay? He was a 45-year business partner of Warren Buffett, and he changed Warren's mind. So some of you guys are may or may not be familiar with Benjamin Graham. So Benjamin Graham was Warren Buffett's original mentor, and he had an investment philosophy that was to buy the cigar butts of companies, buy the worst companies at the best price, at the lowest prices. His only concern, his only direction was, I want to buy cheap, and I don't care what kind of company it is, I want to buy it at a super low discount. I want to buy it at a low price. And Munger came along and said, I want to buy at a value as well. But instead of buying the worst companies at the lowest values, I want to buy the best companies or good companies at decent values, right? I don't really necessarily need to get the lowest price ever. So, and the reason why you can do that, appreciation trumps discount if held over what? Time. You just have to hold it long enough. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. So that's what he was looking at. That was part of their investment criteria. Other kind of interesting anecdote about Benjamin Graham and Warren Buffett is when Warren Buffett got out of school and he found Benjamin Graham and he studied a lot of the investment philosophy of Benjamin Graham. He went to Benjamin Graham and he said, hey, I want to work for you. And you know, I want to learn from you. And in fact, I'll work for you for free so that I can learn from you. And what did Benjamin Graham say to that? You're too expensive. So Warren Buffett assumed that, oh, well, his time is worth nothing, right? And of course, he'll be willing to train me because I'm going to be willing to work for free. I've had many people come to me, and probably some of you guys have had people come to you and say, I'll be happy to work for you for free. And it's like, you're making a calculation. Well, it's going to cost me 20 hours, you know, a week to be able to train you, right? And then who knows what you're going to do from there, right? And it's a big investment. So he said, no, you're too expensive. I can't afford you to even work for me for free. He did eventually get to work for Benjamin Graham about 45 years ago. He started working more with Charlie Munger and used this as part of his philosophy for investing. As part of this presentation too, I also want to bring in another book that I love. So for those of you guys who are big readers or big audible book readers, audiobook readers as well, I want to bring up the author Morgan Housel. So his most recent book is Same as Ever, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness. And probably my favorite book of 2023 was The Psychology of Money. Really great book. And I will tell you that a friend of mine recommended it to me in 2022, and I said, oh, no, don't worry about me. I'm good with money. Because there are people out there, and I thought this book was about the people out there who say, oh, money is for people who are evil. And I thought that was what the book was about, that psychology of money. But the book is about something completely different, and it is about the things that may have happened to us in our lives that inform the decisions that we make about investing today. Maybe the things that have happened to us, maybe the things that have happened to other family members. So coming out of the Great Recession, right, 2008, 2009, 2010, there were a class of young people who probably thought, after seeing their parents maybe lose their houses, right, probably thought, what? I'll never buy a house. My grandmother grew up in the Great Depression. So a lot of the things that she did, a lot of things she learned in the 1930s, she kept with her through the 1990s when she passed away. You could not go to a restaurant with my grandmother without her picking some of the crackers. Anybody else had a grandma like this? Took the crackers off of the table and she put them in her purse. That mindset, shapes you. And it shaped her 40, 50 years after the Great Recession, the Great Depression. So that's what that book is about. No matter what the world will look like in 2050, people will still respond to greed, fear, opportunity, exploitation, risk, uncertainty, and tribal affiliations and social persuasion the same way. Do we see some tribal affiliations going on during the most recent election? Oh, yeah. Oh, like crazy, right? American greed. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, right? People respond the same way for years, right? One of the lines of that book was kind of a discussion between Warren Buffett and another investor, and this is the time of 2008. This other investor was lamenting all of the terrible things that are going on in the financial world. He said, do you know what the #1 selling candy bar was in 1950? Snickers. Do you know what the #1 candy bar is today? Snickers. What Warren invests in is, I'm going to invest in things that never change, things that never go out of style, things that people never want to give up, will never give up, right? So what does he invest in? So Snickers, insurance companies, chewing gum. No matter how poor we are, no matter, condiments will always survive, right? Condiments will always survive. So what he specifically says is, consider what behavior will not change.
How to choose the contractor. I would say go on your power team, network with the right people, and see how many deals have that contract have helped your network. Review is a must, and not just review online, but the people that have worked with those contractors and how long have they worked with them. Because if you don't choose the right contractor, you can lose money like that. Say never pay your contract up front. Click on the link in the comments below and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and we'll keep give you more information as well. So stay tuned.